Okay, so trying it this way with a 15-minute limit, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I don't know. Um, okay. Uh, have you guys seen this Ron Johnson video of these people? And then I was reading the comments below. This is BitChute. It's really quite astounding. I want you because listen to this. These are all right. Let me read the description of it. Here is the short clip featured in Senator Ron Johnson's press conference featuring Sea Vaseline injured recipients send this video viral. Well, I think we already know this, and I would never send this video to anyone because I think it is a silly video. But you see, you always have to follow the money with these things, don't you? So let's listen to this for just one moment, and then we'll go to another screen. Go.
United States. This is my daughter, Maddie, who was in the Pfizer vaccine trial for.
You put a teenage girl in a Pfizer vaccine trial? Now, I don't know if they paid these people or not for this. It's possible they did. I don't know. Um, uh, it's possible. But you know what? I was actually thinking of someone told me to like be an experimental patient, like in clinic where, you pretend you have something and you like do. And so I did. I think I just, they asked your medical history. And as I detailed some of the things that had happened to me, maybe it appeared that I, could tick off the anatomy better than what they liked. I don't know. This was in 2001, so it was a very long time ago. And I really didn't want to, but somebody just kept telling me, oh, you got to do this. You have to, really. They can pay you. You can make money. Just do it. I don't think they were going to inject me with something. But she actually volunteered her daughter, whose reproductive system was in the making. Let's continue.
For 12 to 15-year-olds. I received Moderna.
One dose of Moderna. I received my Pfizer vaccination. I was ready to do it for my family, for my community.
Why? What do you think you were doing to help your community? Staying healthy is how you can help not only your community but your state and your country, because that way you don't end up sucking all the healthcare money. You don't sit in a bar all day and smoke cigarettes and drink beer and expect to come out healthy. Granted, there probably are some people that are perfectly healthy doing that. I'm sure that there are the odd here and there. People are just fine. But for the most part, after a few years, your health is going to begin to decline. So that would be one way: exercise, diet, that type of thing. Just keeping things clean and sanitary is another way. You don't want a bunch of junk laying all over the place either. So Ron Johnson, there is something about this guy. I mean, I don't know what it is exactly, but when he ran in 2010, he was like a breath of fresh air. Like, I couldn't believe it. I loved campaigning for him. He was a shoo-in, and he beat McCain or Feingold, Russ Feingold, who was in Senate for decades. And he put together that McCain-Feingold financing thing. Yeah, that really worked, didn't it? But basically what he did was he stood on a podium, and in 2009, I don't know, 2010, I apologize. I did get these dates mixed up, and I called his office and somebody corrected me and I felt like a fool. And I said, okay, let me regather my thoughts and I'll call you back. At least I admitted I was wrong. I could have just been like liberal and said, no, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. But, okay. So he ran on strictly repealing Obamacare. And then when he had a chance to do, and that he was just outraged with Obama. He was like, my God, I've got to do something to save my country. And he was running a business. He was from Minnesota. He came to the Fox Valley, which is in like middle western of the state, to start a business. It's near Green Bay, to start a business doing some sort of medical device packaging or something of that nature. If you go right across the middle of Wisconsin, there are a lot of packaging firms, but I don't see them as any of his donors. But let's continue on with this. She's crazy, I think. These are my opinions only.
And for me to get back to my career.
I lined up
Wait a minute.
to get this vaccine.
You know what's kind of bugging me about this is there is a company called Aurora Healthcare that has taken over pretty much all the health care in southeastern Wisconsin from, well, yeah, but then they're inching up towards northern Lake Michigan, and then it kind of stops when you hit the Michigan border. So you'll find these Aurora hospitals all over, going down from, I don't know if they're in Chicago yet, going down from Chicago, if you cross the border into Kenosha, from there, okay, you don't even know the difference between being in Wisconsin and Illinois down in Kenosha. So it's Illinois, okay, at the border, and then all the way up to the Fox Valley, and through the Fox Valley, and along Lake Michigan, you'll find all these Aurora clinics. Then when you get up to Michigan, it stops, and it's another, there are two parts to Upper Michigan, by the way. So, I've worked in these hospitals, and they bought up the Catholic nun-run private hospitals. And they needed money, boy. And this was their answer. And when I went to an Aurora clinic in the suburbs of Milwaukee a couple days ago, I'd been there a few times. I said, well, this is really a nice clinic. I really like this. I went in there Wednesday, I think. I'm really losing track of my days now. The appointment was at 2:00. I had to wait till 3:30 to get in, maybe 3:45 to get in, breathing all this recirculated air. It was an appointment with my neurologist. And by the time I got out of there, and she was weirding me out. The thing is that they aren't required to get the vaccine. They are not required, but they're doing it anyway, because I met a nurse here maybe 2-3 months ago, and she was just pushing it. She said that they were pushing her to get it, even though she worked at home as a medical transcriber for and I said, so you work at home by yourself? And then she said, well, my husband didn't get it, though. And then she went to the bathroom, and her husband was just morbidly obese. And he said, I did get it. She's lying. I got it. And then he laughed and went outside for a cigarette and took his beer with him. I thought, oh, these people are... And then I left shortly after. I thought, I just can't be around people like this, because they did it for their community. Well, you work at home. I think her husband probably was on disability or something. And they just sit at home with each other, and they need to... Come on, give me a break. Let's...
In the clinical trial. So obviously I was pro-vaccine going into this. I still am pro-vaccine.
You are a nut job.
We weren't worried. She just said she didn't think anything would happen. Started not feeling well in the middle of the night. She came into our room. Her heart felt like it was being pulled.
Pull this kid out of that household, boy. Woo.
Out of her body and then up through her neck.
I started to feel dizzy. I had heart palpitations. felt like I couldn't breathe.
and my leg buckled. I literally looked down to see that I had legs, but they were not there. They were not functioning. I couldn't feel my feet. I couldn't feel anything from the waist down.
My face has paresthesia, and so it tingles and burns all the time.
You couldn't touch her anywhere on her body or she would scream.
I was having these shaking fits, and I would explain it as my body just violently shaking.
I sat her down and gave her my wheel, and I actually recorded it so that my son wouldn't have to go through if I didn't make it. I feel like I'm on a recording that my body is just gonna snap and fold up, and they're gonna place me in a little box. The one doctor that was in charge of my case told me to get used to being handicapped, which, excuse me.
I feel debilitated.
But you'll go out and get the flu vax, won't you?
I wish I could show my daughter, but she was like before all this.
Oh my God.
So they could see there was nothing wrong with her. Just perfectly happy.
Well, why would you put her in
I
a...
was fine one day, and then I wasn't. And it
Oh,
didn't develop.
And I
the
voted
rest
for Joe
overnight.
Biden.
You can tell me all the things that I
And so
haven't
did I.
had, but you can't tell me what I have had. And I can tell you that I've had the vaccination.
Which I myself, I know for a fact that this was a reaction to this.
I think they thought I was crazy. I really do think that I was crazy until I found others like me and was able to tell them, look, I'm not the only one suffering this, guys. Like, there are more people that this is happening to.
Know that there is a bigger risk with kids and admit it. Admit all the symptoms that Maddie had in the report, because they're not all in there.
We're not seen. We're not people. We're invisible.
But they all look really good right now, so I guess I'm not... What is your status right now? Okay, you have tingling in your face, and you have nerve pain. You're sitting in a hospital with a mask on. Where? I
want to be seen. I want to be heard. And I want to be believed. Because
Okay, I have a hard time watching you. How's that?
I think from those three things will be the answers.
And I'm very much pro science.
Okay, then if you're pro-science, why didn't you do your research before putting something into your body? Do you realize that you're really screwed up mentally in the head?
I think that science will be able to get us out of this.
I guess that's how I'm going to end it. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. And I'm not going to shut up.
So in other words, you think science will be able to get you out of it by giving you another shot, right? And you'll be there lined up for your boosters, won't you? Wow. How about just letting your body heal itself? Now, Ron Johnson. Let's take a look at some of his contributors. This is a list of the top 100. United Health Group. Stevens Inc. Chart. I mean, look at this. Aurora Healthcare, Bay Care Clinic, which I believe is run by Aurora, isn't it? Those are in Green Bay. Bay Care. I've been there. It's just been a while. I thought Aurora ran that. Altria Group. GE. Godfrey and Kahn Direct Supply. They supply medical supplies to nursing homes. Bank of America, Rays Inc., RPM, Michaels. That's Michaels Pipeline. See what I mean? So, he'll vote for Obama or Biden's infrastructure bill because his buddy, this guy ran for Senate himself in the same seat that he has right now, actually, a few years earlier. And I think his name is Tim Michaels. And they lay infrastructure. FedEx. Jack Link's beef jerky. Ugh, yuck. S.C. Johnson,